What it do? What it do? Let it do what it do. What it do?
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm gonna up the level with them every time.
I mean what I say, lines only for.
Charlo just dropped moving with that sweeping right and goes down face
All right. Welcome back to another edition of the Morning After Show. You got your boy right here, KQKC Boxing Network. And we got my man, the Young G. What's up, Knockout? What's going on with you?
Yo, what's going on, KQ? How you doing? Salute to everybody in the building this morning. Y'all be sure to hit the like button. I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. I had a great Friday call, man, and some great fights, man, and man, a highlight. I mean, they closed the card, man, with Anthony Joshua. So we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about some other news in the sport of boxing. We're talking about Canelo. He back with PBC. We're talking about Canelo and Munguia. They are on for May, baby. All right. So let's see who all in the building first. All right. Let's start all the way from the top. We got my man, Side Town Finance. He said, blessings, OG, KO, and Mrs. KO. All right, appreciate that. We got RP in the building. What's going on, Ray Patterson? What's good with you, baby? All right, salute to you. All things is in the building. What's going on? All right, salute to you, brother. All right, Realistic Washington is up in here. What's going on, Mr. Washington fam? All right, salute to you. What's up with you? All right, Icon Canadian. What's going on, man? Salute to you, brother. All right, salute to you. All right, man. AD Solo. My man is back. He's back and back by popular demand. All right, I ain't seen you in a while, man, but good to see you. All right, we got Jay Allen in here. What's going on, Jay? How you feel, man? All right, good to see you. All right, we got E.B. Eddie Buckley in here. Well, good morning to you, sir. All right, somebody set their clock up. Man, spring forward, baby. All right, and we also got our Sunny Day. What's going on, Sunny Day? Grand rising to you, my sister, my brother. All right, yes, sir. We got Clark Bay TV. What's going on, D? All right, salute to you, man. Yes, sir. All right, we got my man, my Chicago brother. Yes, sir. What's going on, Benson Williams? Yes, sir. Salute to the singing OG and the homie KO. All right. That's all we got for right now. I appreciate y'all. D-Ray live on the drive and Trayvon 2 Trill and Dodge J. Popped on in here in that back door. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So what's going on, Knockout man? What's happening?
Man, a whole lot is going on in the sport of boxing. Obviously we're gonna get to some of the main things, but
just you boxing. What's good, man? Just didn't make it in.
What's good, just
all
do.
Right.
But one of the things that happened over the weekend, and I'm not sure people were aware of, is Super Matias did an interview that he gave exclusively to BoxingScene.com. The article's up on the page right now. And they asked him about Devin the Dream Haney. You know, Super Matias, IBF champion at 140 pounds. Devin Haney, WBC champion at 140 pounds. You know, that's a big fight at 140 pounds for unification. They asked Super Matias about Devin Haney, and he had some interesting quotes and comments that he wanted to say about Devin Haney. He said, all Haney does is run all the time. That's all he ever does. He never comes to fight. He's only a threat at my weight if he doesn't fight me. But he looks like a man who doesn't like to fight with all that running away. With his next fight, what can I say? All I can say is that people who don't say a lot understand a lot more than a man talking a lot. I think it will be a one-sided fight, to be honest with you. Ryan Garcia has not got the heart for it. Damn, what can I tell you is that what I can tell you is that Ryan's ability, if he had the mentality that I have and the heart that God gave me, nobody could beat him on the planet. Nobody would beat Garcia if he had what I had. Nobody would ever be able to beat him if he had a better mentality. He could be great, but he doesn't believe in himself mentally. What do you think about Super Matias, man? What do you think about his comments on Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. He absolutely 100% right. He is right. Because if Ryan Garcia had the mentality that he has, Ryan would be better. Like he said. See, he is alluding to he don't have no heart, but he got the body, he got the height, he got the reach, he got everything to do, everything to be a good boxer. But he don't have the heart. He don't believe in himself. So now I don't know if this is a rules or not, but I did see this and I posted it on Instagram. I posted and say, look, this is why Devin Haney doesn't fight fighters like this. And I'm talking about Sabrina Matias. And he is right. Now, I don't say running. I call it lateral movement. But sometimes you can do too much damn lateral movement. When you jump in and get right back out, you don't want to engage. That means that you don't want to engage. That means that you don't want to get hit. That means that you don't want to get tagged like Linares tagged him. And Linares was older too at that time. So, yes, he is 100% right. See, when you go to 140 and you fight Ryan, now you want to be, and you just got through being Regis. Why not go ahead for unification? Go ahead and go out to one of the champions. All right. I mean, Sabril right there. I mean, T.O. right there. Why go out to Ryan? Unless you trying to outdo Javante Davis. Or maybe you trying to sell and stay on pay-per-view. I don't know. But I do know that Sabril is right. He is right because he has that dog mentality. I'm sorry. Devin don't have no dog in him. Nowhere near him. He's a good fighter. He's a great fundamental fighter, but he don't have no dog. And once you don't have no dog, then it's not worth being a boxer. Deontay Wilder, he don't have no dog no more. But when he had the dog, he was dangerous when he had that dog. But right now, he don't have that dog no more. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. It's just that he just don't have that dog no more. That's all. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, so I understand where Super Matias is coming from because him and Devin Haney couldn't approach the sport of boxing any more differently. So it's gonna be hard for Super Matias to understand or to respect the way that Devin Haney fights. Devin Haney is a boxer that likes to use his jab, uses distance, uses his lateral movement for defense along with a very elusive shoulder roll. And he's there to outpoint you, versus a Super Matias who approaches the sport of boxing. He's there to try to make you quit. So he's there to engage and come forward and turn it into a dog fight and try to get you up out of there. He's made 6 opponents in a row quit. So their approach to the sport of boxing is completely different. So you can understand why somebody like Super Matias would look at somebody like Devin Haney and be like, bro, you ain't got no dog in you. Like you don't fight the way that fans want to see. And that's one problem that guys like Devin Haney, guys like Shakur Stevenson, that they have when it comes to taking that next step. OG, they'll us diehard fans, we'll watch them, we'll support them. We want to see that type of stuff. But when you start trying to become a superstar and you start trying to get people to pay to watch you fight on TV and get those pay-per-views and get people to be willing to make those trips to watch you perform live and things like that, when you try to take that next step, it's hard because fans like engagement. They like for people to get knocked out. And if you ain't getting knocked out, they like to see people hitting on each other. Fans aren't really checking for the style that Devin Haney fights in. And a lot of fighters don't like that, because to somebody like Super Matias, he can look at that and be like, yo, that's a coward way out. Like we here to fight, and you just tapping with jabs and turning people, and you ain't really trying to knock nobody out. You ain't trying to sit and engage. So I can understand why Super Matias would look at Devin Haney and say that he doesn't think he has any dog in him. But I disagree with him. I think Devin Haney got dog. He has showed toughness when he got hurt before, but I do he doesn't fight like it. and somebody like Super Matias can look at him and be like, bro, if I get to you, I know I can make you fold. I know I can. So I understand where he's coming from because they approach the sport of boxing totally differently. As far as what he said about Ryan Garcia got a lot of talent. His hands are fast. He punches hard without trying to punch hard. So you can see definitely the talent in Ryan Garcia. He definitely has a lot of talent, and it speaks to where he's gotten in his career for him to not be working hard, not have the right mentality, and still be in the position that he's in because he does have so much talent. But he's right about his mentality, man. Ryan Garcia, you can trust one thing and one thing for sure, and two things for certain, and that is if Ryan Garcia get in a position where he can either bite down and fight or he can look for a way out, he gonna look for a way out. So I totally understand what Super Matias is talking about. All the talent in the world, if you're not honing your skills, if you're not working hard in the gym, or in Ryan Garcia's case, if you're not honing your skills in the gym and you're not working hard, and on top of that, you willing to quit at the first sign of trouble, you ain't gonna be what your talent says you should be. Ryan Garcia it's crazy when we think about 3-4 years ago, and everyone was talking about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez. No one would have told you 4 years ago there's a chance that Ryan Garcia might not ever be a world champion. We really getting to that stage where he may not ever be a world champion.
Yeah.
And that's sad with all of the skills and talent that he has, but that's the reality. Unless they cherry pick him a belt or something, he could find a hard time because right now at 140, he ain't getting the Rolly Pit Bull fight. He can't really beat the other champions. Then at 147, shit, it's gonna get harder. It's gonna be even worse. So where does he go to get a belt? He gonna be the guy that the other names use to maybe have a pay-per-view fight, maybe have a big fight, and then everybody just take turns beating his ass, man. That's what it's looking like for him. So we'll see. But I like a lot of Super Matias' comments. I just me personally, I don't mind the sweet science. Y'all know I studied the sport of boxing. I like it. But if you want to talk about styles or whatever, I much prefer to sit down and watch a Super Matias fight. That's just me. But that's what I got on his comments, man. You got anything else?
Yeah, I want to say this. Now Devin, you know how he fights, and he doesn't really engage. Okay, it's nothing wrong with the sweet sign. Like I said, I like it. Floyd like it. Floyd did it. But first, Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd. Now he was a dog then, but then later on in his career, he became Money Mayweather, and it worked for him. And Devin can make it work for him also. I mean, you don't have to punch hard to be successful. You just don't have to. You can go in there and let's say like go in there and you boxer versus a brawler. Well, while the brawler trying to take your head off, you scoring points and points and points. You making them miss and you making them pay. So it could go either way. So it's not so bad of being on that side or that side. It depends on your style. It depends on if you're successful at what you do. That's all. That's how I look at it.
The thing, you right. The thing with Floyd though was he made people want to see him lose because of how he talked, his trash talking, and he was polarizing and shit. So people would tune in. He could get casuals to tune in, like, man, I hope this motherfucker lose, man. He need to lose. And he also gave you moments like we haven't had a Devin Haney moment like we had with Floyd Mayweather and Zab Judah. You know what I mean? We haven't had those types of moments, the Marcos Maidana moments, or the moments he had with Shane Mosley, or the fight he put on with Miguel Cotto. You know what I mean? Like it just, Devin got to get those types of moments. Like if you ain't gonna be a knockout artist, you got to have them moments where people remember, like, okay, damn, he got wobbled and he just came and did boy dirty, or he ain't got no power, but he did Otero Gotti so dirty they had to stop the fight. Like Devin got to have them moments, and then you can start thinking about him in that light. So that's my take on that, on the comparison between him and Floyd. Shit, Floyd was arguing and fighting with his daddy. His daddy wasn't around half the time. They getting into it. Shit, Devin daddy talking for him. It's just a total different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Floyd talk shit about his own daddy. His daddy step out of pocket to say some shit. Kick his daddy out the gym. all kind
Right.
of crazy. You know what I mean? Like Floyd he was just different, bro. Like it just, and then on top of that, Devin ain't nowhere near the fighter that Floyd is in the ring. So it's
Yeah.
like, yin and yang, the sun and the moon type shit. But it's good. He going in the right direction. I just hope Ryan make it to his fight, so that way we can see him do some good numbers and hopefully have a big event and see how that shit sell. But we don't know with Ryan. I ain't checked my Twitter this morning. Ryan might have did some crazy shit this morning I don't know about. But
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
what it is with that shit, man.
Oh, so you activated your Twitter back?
No. I just go on there to get news and shit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Go see what the boxers talking about and shit. Just go
Oh,
scroll
okay.
on that motherfucker. But nah, I don't
Oh,
have no Twitter. I don't be posting on there or no shit like that. I just be looking, seeing what's going on, so I can
okay.
talk about it.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Yes, sir. All right. What's going on, Yoda? What's going on? 8K a kilo. What's going on with you?
So,
All right. Jermaine Wood. What's going on? All right.
chilling. You got
Now,
something you want to cover? What you got for me? What's up? What happened?
well, we can. We'll get to the fights Friday.
Yeah.
I definitely got to talk about this Nick Ball first.
Yeah,
Nick
talk about it. I like that. Nick Ball and Ray Vargas for the featherweight title. Yeah, that was a damn good fight, man.
Yes, it was. And that goes to show you it doesn't matter how tall you are, how big you are, because we having the same conversation with Devin Haney and Javante Davis. Now, of course, Team Tank, they believe that Tank is a 135 pounder, and that's it. He's not going up 2 weight class. He's the A side. He don't have to. But Devin Haney is talking about welterweight now. He's talking about Mario Barrios. He's at 140. He's over 140, actually. He can make 147 really if he wanted. So now, but look at Nick Ball. Look at Nick Ball. Nick Ball and Vargas, two featherweights, one short, one taller, one stocky, and one kind of thin. But Nick Ball made it work. Now, of course, Vargas had a longer reach. He had a longer reach, and all he had to do was stay on the outside and just time him or pick him apart and keep him at bay with that stick, right? He did try to do that, but Nick Ball came in with some head movement. Then he just brought the dog out of him. He pretty much just said, you know what? Let me put my cape on and let me go in there like Superman. So he just chased him down and caught him, and then, of course, he clipped him. He clipped him and knocked him down the first time. And then, of course, he clipped him the second time because he is showing that, hey, look, no matter how tall I am, I'm going to get to you. And that's what he was doing. He was throwing overhand rights at his height. At his height, he was throwing overhand right. And Vargas was filling the punches because he was going to the body too. Now, the thing that got me was that the smaller man was bagging up the bigger man. And that, I know that now, you can see this. Now, I can't say that, okay, he's Tank and Vargas is Devin Haney because they are different fighters and they have different styles and things like that. But that goes to show you, though, weight classes are there for a reason. And that goes to show you they are both featherweights, but they are two different types of featherweights. You got different types of southpaws. Manny Pacquiao southpaw ain't a Tank southpaw, so they're different southpaws. But it was an entertaining fight. That was my first time seeing him fight, believe it or not.
Your first time seeing who fight?
Nick Ball.
Oh yeah, I like Nick Ball. I
Yeah.
be watching all them fights. I
Yeah.
thought he won the fight. I was mad. He fucked up my parlay.
Yeah. I thought he won it too because he came from behind and came and knocked him down not once but twice. But those 10-8 rounds, and I don't know how the judge was looking at him. I don't know what the final score was, but
man, they had it one judge had it 116, 111 for him. One judge had it 114, 113 for Vargas, then the other judge scored it like 114, 114 or some shit. They got like a majority draw or some bullshit.
Right. They got a draw, and
Yeah,
so
it was.
so Vargas, they want to run it back, and I would like to see that. I want to see that. They want to run it back, and I want to see it. I mean, that was a good fight. So, but I can say one thing, Vargas, he's a veteran, and he was swinging, and he took some good shots though. Ball was trying to hit him in the clinch and off the clinch, everything. But it was a good fight. And Nick Ball, he's a dog though. He's a dog. That's my first time watching him, and I saw the height. I'm like, oh man, he can't get in. He can't get in. But you'd be surprised when you that small, short in stature. You can get under them jabs. You get down low and you get down lower, and get to him and get to the body.
Mhm.
So, but it was a very entertaining fight. Very entertaining. All right. What's up, Stefan? In that super chat. He said, peace to the top dog OG and the young OG. Knockout. Knockout is killing me with that hat on. It's all good. Peace.
Your logo ugly. Your Saints logo ugly. Shit, you killing me with that Saints logo. That's an ugly ass logo, man. Goddamn ain't. Yeah. I got a hat on. Y'all wear brown paper bags though. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Listen, Nick Ball and Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas is just hard for me to watch. How many times do you get to fall down in one fight? How many times do you get to just make yourself fall down in one fight because you don't want to fight on the inside? Every time Nick Ball got inside, he just fell. Man, you don't get up. You don't get the fuck up, man. So I've never been a fan of Ray Vargas. And if you follow Ray Vargas, he been doing that shit his whole career. He get all weird and shit in the clinch and be falling and flailing, doing everything he can to get the ref to break them up. Cause that boy do not want to be on the inside, boy. No. He can't stand being on the inside. He will fall down. He will grab you. He will act like you hit him in the back of the head. He will do all of that shit, man. Just to fucking get himself, you know what I'm saying? Get himself out from that distance. But I thought the fight was good. I thought Ray Vargas controlled the first half of the fight, and I thought Nick Ball came on strong at the end. Now I did see a Kilo's comment about that knockdown being a one of the first knockdowns being suspect. It was, but bro, he holding like he literally would grab the man anytime the man got on the inside with him. I don't like that style of fighting. Like there's fighting outside, there's fighting in mid range, and there's fighting inside. And honestly, my favorite thing to watch is when they fight on the inside. I can't stand all that clinching and grabbing and all that shit on the inside. So if I'm Nick Ball, I'm trying to throw your ass around too. I'm trying to punch you. I'm trying to do everything I can. Let go of me, bro. We boxing, we ain't wrestling. So what we doing? So overall though, Nick Ball made that shit entertaining. I liked his aggression, his relentlessness, and he got a gas tank. You know what I'm saying? He got a gas tank.
Man, do it
non-stop. Wow. That boy relentless. And Ray Vargas was gassing out at the end. So I'm like you, man. I want to see that fight again. I think that should be a rule. Any championship fight to end in a draw should be an automatic rematch. The champion shouldn't get to just go away. Like you didn't successfully defend your belt. You didn't get a W. In a challenge, you didn't do anything to win. So, like blackjack. If you get a blackjack and you got a 20 and the dealer got a 20, you just run it back. You run that shit back, run that hand back. So I want to see them run it back. I think they styles make for a very interesting fight. I think it'll be a very good fight. It'll just come down to whether or not Ray Vargas can be as dominant in the front end of the fight and then do a better job being more competitive in the back end of the fight and not get knocked down, or if Nick Ball can have a faster start to the fight, get to Ray Vargas earlier and pick it up earlier. Because I think no matter what they do, no matter how they train, Nick Ball is gonna always be the one closing strong. So if he can find a way to be more competitive in the first half of the fight, he got a shot. You know what I mean? He got a shot in that fight. So I want to see him running back. But I thought Nick Ball did enough to win. I thought the knockdown should have been the difference in the fight. But whatever, man. It was a close fight. I'm just glad that Nick Ball didn't at least get robbed or and they call it a win for Ray Vargas. Now the demand for the rematch is gonna be even higher. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely open to seeing that fight. And I want to see that fight again. I think it's one of the best fights in the featherweight division. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Big Ball, he do have an engine. I said this dude. First of all, he didn't take no stool between rounds. He was standing up, and I'm like, man. And then, of course, during the rounds, he pretty much running and chasing.
Chasing that boy, bro.
Right. He pretty much running and chasing. you know, and I'm like, wow, this dude, man, he's not even tired. You know, I mean, he's trying to get to him, and then he clipped him. Now I know what Kilo's saying.
When he
Okay,
threw that, he threw that boy around, and then he
right,
hit
but
him
he
when he
caught him
was
with a
on the
left
way
hook.
tripping shit.
Right, he caught him with a left hook though at the same time. You know, so that's where the knockdown came in at least the referee did. All right, what's going on, Sarah H, my neighbor? All right, yes, sir. So that's where the knockdown came in at. You know, so Dr. Mars was good. Yeah, so that's what I think he's talking about. But Ray Vargas, man, you know, every time Nick Ball was trying to lean on him, you know, he'll go down on a knee. I mean, I don't know how heavy Nick Ball is, but he can't be that heavy, you know. But he went down on a knee, and he didn't want him leaning on him. That's what I thought.
You go watch Ray Vargas fights, man. He always do that shit.
Yeah, like he was, I don't know, like
Always. If
clumsy
you
or
lean
something.
on him or do anything, he falling down, flailing all over the place. He doing everything he can to get the ref to fucking come over there and split y'all up so he can get right back on his bike, get right back
Man,
moving and do that shit again. Boy, I don't like the way he fight, boy. Now, Super Matias said Devin Haney be running, Ray Vargas be running, bro.
man,
That
oh
boy,
yeah,
like he said, Devin be running. Nah, Ray Vargas ass be running, boy.
man. Tell me about it. He
I
didn't
don't
want
feel like
no
you should be
engagement.
able to win the fight if you running. That's just me. Like if you what are you running for? How you winning and running? They don't even
That's what
go
I'm saying.
together unless you running track.
Right,
You winning
right.
and running around the ring at the same time. Bro. I ain't fucking with Ray Vargas
And
at
it's
all.
kind of like, what's up? Drink more water. It's
Frank, what
like
up?
that he was like throwing, but it's like throwing like get off me punches, like get away punches. That's how it looked like to me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but that's how it looked to me. Cause ball was on his tail. I mean,
Yeah, bro. Like you
man,
can't win. If I'm chasing you around the ring, my shit must be more effective than yours. Cause you wouldn't be running like this if my shit wasn't more effective. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like, come on,
right.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. Some fighters, they would stand there trying to time him as he come in. I remember that time Floyd fought Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was fighting like that coming forward, and Floyd came out with a left check hook and caught him,
Yeah,
made him run
and
into the
knock that
turnbuckle.
motherfucker to the turnbuckle.
Right. So
Yeah.
that sometimes Ray Vargas will have to get a little more inventive, inventive, And so that's how I look at it, So, but
Yeah,
okay.
facts. A kilo. He say,
Oh,
Vargas
get
is
out of here, kiddo.
fighting like Jermaine fought Canelo. Facts.
Get out of here. No, he didn't.
Facts. All facts. B Dog said, Ball a dirty little fighter. Why you gotta put the little on there, bro? You know he got a short man complex. Nick Ball gonna chase your ass, B Dog. Keep on.
Yes,
Go
sir. The
run.
wise
He'll
one.
come
What's going
across the
on?
pond on your ass, chase you. Keep on.
Man. Yes, sir. All right. All right.
Keep on, man.
Okay. Now,
Go ahead. Go ahead. What you got?
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna
What-
say, so over the weekend, you got it in the title. They announced Canelo and Munguia, man.
right.
It's gonna be a Prime Video pay-per-view. Canelo's fighting a Mexican. He said he'll never fight a Mexican. What do you think of the Canelo and Munguia fight? You know what I'm saying? You mad your boy Jamal didn't get that shot? What's your thoughts on the Canelo versus Munguia announcement, man?
I'm gonna say this, and this is KQ opinion, not knockouts. But I don't. The Charlos are my favorite fighters, but I'm not dumb. All right, I'm a boxing fan, and I'm not mad that Jamal didn't get it. Because he's not ready for Canelo. Mentally wise, he's not he's not ready. Now, if he had a little more time, maybe, and one more fight, maybe. When he beat Benavidez, Jr., all right, he was going through the motion, all right? He was going through the motion as being a fighter all his life, and he was pretty good at it. But he didn't have a game plan together like he, should have, and things like that. What I'm mad about is that David Benavidez didn't get his shot. He's the one. He's the one that should be there, not McGill. I don't think McGill, yes, he has a Mexican following. He did headline his own Mexican card, but still, he's Mexican. And Canelo said he would never fight a Mexican, but of course, he was talking about Dave Benavidez. So, in other words, So, in other words, besides say you would never fight a Mexican, just say I would never fight David Benavidez. I
Yeah,
would be happy if you would just go ahead and tell the damn truth. And now we see that he didn't really mean that. He meant it by David. And David going up to 175 now, it's a done deal.
I think he'll
So
come back down to 168 for Canelo though.
oh yes, most
Yeah, I
definitely.
think he'll come
They
back down
want
to
that.
168 for Canelo.
Man, they
But they
want
putting
that.
him in. They putting him in position just in case Canelo keep ducking him. He can get a big fight up there, 175 against whoever win that Beterbiev and Bivol fight. So they're moving him right. He can't hold up his career for Canelo because Canelo ass doing everything he can not to fight that boy, man. Go
Right,
ahead. I'll talk about
right.
it.
No, I'm just saying, so I mean, I had talked to Samson, off the record and everything, and like he said, he told David, man, we're gonna accept anything they offer us. If they offer us $5, we're gonna say yes. And I think Canelo team, they knew that they were gonna take anything just to fight him because he know he gonna make that money down the line if he
Yeah, they
beats
got to
Canelo.
scare. I think that's even more scarier though, OG. Like you the man, you the cash cow. Most people want their highest payday to fight you. Most of them just there for a payday. And then here
Right,
come this motherfucker like, yeah, bro, I'll take 5 million, no pay-per-view, no problem. What's up? What we doing?
right.
Like you gotta
Exactly.
be looking like, does he just know he gonna beat my ass? Like, why is he willing to take whatever? I offered him that shit so he go away. So he feel disrespected. He just keeps saying yes. I'm
Because
so nervous.
you got to believe in yourself, and
Yeah.
so David, I guess they believe in themselves, and I don't know, maybe they saw something, in Canelo that they can expose or something. I don't know, but Canelo just wasn't taking no chances, so he's gonna take a chance on a young Haymon. Yeah, he's a more of a boxer than a brawler. Now Haymon, he had a rough fight with Derevchenko.
He
Now,
did.
of course, he dig deep. I will give it to him. He did deep with Derevchenko, no doubt about it. So he shows that he got hard and he got a little dog in him. So I mean, this might be a great, great fight, more than y'all think it will be. Now, I don't think he deserved it. I think David deserved it, but still in all, it is what it is now. In Cinco de Mayo. It's Mexican versus Mexican, young line versus old line, whatever you want to call it. But one thing about it is they both got the Mexican people on their side. And right now, Jaime Gill, he might be the next Mexican champion or the next so-called Canelo Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't know about the Americans how he sell over here,
Mm-hmm.
but you know I think Canelo still will beat him. And when May come, I think he's still gonna beat him. I think Jaime's just not ready for Canelo yet.
Then
I
what
just
I know, whoever win that fight is
uh,
bad because they ain't finna fight nobody. Haymon Munguia been doing the same shit Canelo been doing his whole career.
yeah,
His
yeah,
whole career. Haymon Munguia turned down like 3 title shot opportunities, bro.
yeah,
He
yeah.
turned down. They tried to make him fight Janabek. He turned that shit down. They tried to make him fight Jamal. He turned that shit down. They tried to make him fight Demetrius Andrade. He turned that shit down. He turned down 3 opportunities at a title at 160. Okay.
Wow.
Munguia is the same goddamn, you know what I'm saying? The same thing that Canelo got. If he win that belt, he ain't fighting David Benavidez. He ain't fighting none of them. David Morrell. Ain't
Mhm.
nobody getting the shot, boy. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody getting the shot. The man 43-0 with 34 knockouts. He got 43 fights and still ain't fought nobody yet.
that's what I'm saying. If you look at
Canelo
their
know he
record,
there for a payday. See,
excuse me, he did
Canelo
what?
knows Canelo know that he there for a payday. So he'll
Yeah.
fight him. Yeah,
Well,
he'll fight him.
like I don't know, man. I think he there for more than that. I think he wants to be that man. I think he wants to be the next Canelo Alvarez. I think he want to have that next big payday and more paydays, more paydays. If you look at both of their records, they have a lot of fights on their record,
They
a
do.
lot of fights, and
They
that's
got
how they
100
train.
fights between them. They got 100 fights between the two of them. Yeah, they've been
Wow,
fighting a lot.
they've
Facts.
been fighting a lot, and most of that is in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
But Canelo still, and this is why I say Jaime Gill is not ready for Canelo. Because Canelo is a big puncher. And I don't think Jaime Gill can take them shots. I really don't.
Oh, shit. I mean, he ain't got no defense. What I will say about this Canelo Munguia announcement is Canelo he's just a damn liar, bro. And I just I just wonder how, like, that be my problem with Devin Haney and Bill Haney, bro. Like, how y'all, and I ain't even on them right now. I'm on Canelo. How do you just support a motherfucker that just will flat out lie to you, bro? If you a fan of his, like, he just lies to you. Like, he looked straight at the camera, OG. When you remember when he, like 2-3 weeks ago, when he announced his Box Azteca deal, that he was gonna renew his deal over there in Mexico with the Box Azteca teller. He looked square at the camera. He was like, there will be no Mexican on Mexican crime. I will be fighting an American in my next fight. I will not be fighting a Mexican.
He did say that,
He
right?
looked straight at the camera and say that. And you know what he did? When then 2 weeks later, this motherfucker come out and he announced his fight with Jaime Munguia, and he talking about Mexican war. Viva Mexico. Mexico for. I'm like, you lying sack of shit. You're just a liar, bro. You did the same thing. This motherfucker, see, and his fans don't say shit to him. He told y'all he would never fight Triple G again. He said, I never fight Triple G again. He disrespected me. I never fight him again. We fought 2 times. I beat him. We'll never fight again. This motherfucker ended up fighting Triple G at 40 years old. Then he told y'all, this the thing, OG, that people don't remember. He told us, he said, I want to fight Dimitri Bivol. Now follow me, KQ. He said, I want to fight Dimitri Bivol. I want my rematch. I know I can beat him. But I don't want to fight him if he lose, because if he lose, then the fight won't mean as much. So I want to fight him, but I only fight him if he beats Zurdo Ramirez. And then they say, well, Canelo, who you want to win the fight between Bivol and Zurdo Ramirez? This motherfucker said Zurdo. Right. So how do you want to fight Bivol? If you want to fight Bivol, but you'll only fight him if he wins, how you pick the other dude to beat him? Don't that mean you really don't want to fight him?
Right.
He should be saying shit.
Right. I know.
He should be saying shit and lying to people, bro. And so I can't. He can fight his ass off. He's a good, you know what I'm saying? He's a good fighter, skilled, talented, got a big following, but he just be lying, bro. He just a lying ass dude. He said he'll never work with Oscar De La Hoya again, KQ.
Right.
I'll never work with Oscar De La Hoya. He did me dirty. He did this to me. He did that. And he right back working with Oscar De La Hoya, all because that man do not want to fight David Benavidez.
Right, like I said,
all for the sake of not fighting David Benavidez. That's the Canelo side of it. Now, I do want to ask you, because I'm gonna cook on it too, but that's what I think about Canelo. I think Haymon Munguia, of course, you take the opportunity. Canelo, you just an opportunist ass, lying ass dude, bro.
Just let me answer this real fast.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
When he said that, was he expecting to fight Jamal?
He was trying to stand his ground with the PBC. That's why they parted ways.
Okay.
Remember, at the time, the report came out. The PBC was telling him, "Man, look, we got your guarantee, but we ain't giving you the guarantee for Jamal Charlo. You posting workout videos. This motherfucker posting getting drunk videos. No one's paying for that." And his twin brother, his baby brother, by 1 minute, whatever, he fucked up y'all fight. Blame Jermell, because Jermell wouldn't fight you. No one wants to see him. Casual fans are gonna think you fighting the same motherfucker. Think about it. Casual fans gonna think you getting like a rematch. He looked just like the last one. We not trying to watch that. So yeah, and so he was trying to stand his ground, like, I'm fighting an American. I'm not fighting no Mexican. But when it came down to, you can fight this American, it's gonna be for $20 million less though. Right. You can fight him if you want to. It's gonna be for way less, because the premier boxing champions is not in the business of putting on events they don't feel like they can make money on. Which brings me to my next point. OG, what do you think of the move by Al Haymon and Premier Boxing Champions to land this fight between Canelo and Munguia? And what's up with all the rumors that they ain't got no money? Talk about that side of getting this fight done, because people want to overlook that. But this fight is on Prime with PBC. How did that happen if Al Haymon didn't got no money? What do you think of what Al Haymon just pulled off?
Well, I think what Al Haymon pulled off was what he always pulled off. And I don't have no favorite promotion company, no doubt about it. But Al Haymon is very a shrewd businessman. First of all, it's all was just a bunch of BS. Al Haymon always had money. The PBC always had money. It's not only Al Haymon. The PBC is a board of billionaires, so they always gonna have money. It's just that they don't spend their money unnecessarily. Like, we're not gonna pay you all this money to fight just anybody. So of course, guys like Rick Grayson and all that, they make up things, and some content creators, they make up things, just cause they don't like Al Haymon, or they just don't like the PBC fighters. So I mean, if there's a will, there's a way. That's one thing about Al Haymon. Now, by him teaming up with Amazon Prime, that's money right there. Then you got Golden Boy. Of course, that's a little money right there, but the zone gonna bag them up. So, cause they might show the fight on the zone and Amazon Prime, I believe. So they showing them on both on pay per view. So the money is there, always have been there. But now, when it came down to negotiations, of course, what I hear is that Canelo don't have anything to say to Oscar De La Hoya. That his people, Eddie Reynoso, he's the manager and trainer of Canelo Alvarez, and of course, and the lawyers. But Oscar, he's hoping for a makeup, from a breakup. But Canelo ain't trying to hear it. But the zone, they didn't want to give him what he wanted, but so he had to come back to PBC. PBC already had the money. They never did go broke. I mean, we've been hearing the same story since 2015. It's just that they're not that same PBC that left when everybody left Golden Boy. See, them first half of Golden Boy like the Charlos, Keith Thurman, Floyd Mayweather, those guys going top dollars. But now PBC, they're not paying all that money now. You got to earn your money. You got to earn your keep. And now that's what Earl Spence, he earned his keep. He earned his keep. Deontay Wilder, he earned his keep. You gonna get paid. Oh, you gonna get paid well, but you're not gonna get paid just to fight any damn body. Just because you on the roster don't mean you'll get paid a lot of money. And Canelo had to get through his head. And Al Haymon had to put him in check. Hey, yeah, we know you the face of boss. We know you do this and command this and that, but not over here, you don't. You're not gonna sit up here and fight just anybody and for 50-something million. No, it don't work that way. It might work that way somewhere else, but not over here. So he thought he was being a smart ass and went on to the zone. And the zone, hey, they feeling it too. Because Eddie blew their money last year. So they're trying to recoup by going up $5 on everybody. If y'all didn't know that, they went up this month. So they're trying to recoup their money. So they say, hey man, we can't do that. We can't afford that. You're gonna fight Haymon Gibb first. No, he wanted to fight Berlango first.
He wanted to fight Berlango first.
Right. And Berlango.
And the zone wanted him to fight Haymon Munguia first.
Right, exactly.
But they couldn't come up with the money for him to fight Haymon Munguia first.
Right. So, but
otherwise, it would just be on the zone. I see you, Rolo. You so cute, trying to give the zone credit. You so bless your heart, bless your heart, Rolo. Bless your poor little heart, bro. Don't worry. I'll get to it in a second, Rolo. I understand. Some people just don't want to give Al Haymon his credit. I get it. Bless your little heart, man.
Yeah.
Talk this shit. The zone, give the zone credit too. Why? Because they couldn't get the fight done by themselves. That's why they should get credit.
Right. See, sometimes y'all, you have to understand, you can't get the fight done ain't because you ain't got the money. And sometimes it's the wording and things like that, and what comes with it. 2-fight deal, 3-fight deal, it depends. But one thing about it is, like I told everyone, Al Haymon is a very, very shrewd businessman, and people don't give him credit because they don't see him, so they can make up stuff about him and all that. Right. No, he don't want to do that. So he stayed back and he watches, he learns, he listens. He's a Harvard lawyer, So I mean, he still put on concerts and things like that. But Al Haymon, everybody, Al Haymon, not Al Haymon. I'm sorry, Bob Arum. He's old school. He's old school. One thing I like about his promotion company, he get the young fighters, he get the young prospects. a time to shine. I like that. He give Shoe and all them time to shine. Abdullah Mason. He get him time, and I like that about them, So,
Mhm.
and one thing about PBC, you can go to the zone and fight. You can go fight for the zone, but
Yeah.
you still can be advised by Al Haymon,
Mhm.
So, but PBC never was broke. They know how to word contracts. They know pretty much how to get the job done. So when you've been in the business of making concerts and things like that, working with guys like Jay-Z and Beyonce, you know how to get contracts done and written. And can nobody do it better than Al Haymon. So, and they got it done. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you want to read your super chat?
Yeah, so shout out to my man Jeff, producer, in that super chat, baby. I appreciate you. All right. Salute to you.
Now
All
I
right.
agree with that, Rolo. That Top Rank the best for young prospects for sure. But for fans and big fights, you got to give it to Premier Boxing Champion. So, a couple of things I wanted to note about this. Number one, I'm with you. I watch all the boxing. If DAZN's having a great year, if Top Rank's having a great year, if Premier Boxing Champion's having a great year, I'm gonna give credit to whoever's having that great year. I'm also subscribed to ESPN Plus, DAZN, Amazon Prime, all of that shit. Showtime when it was on. When PPC was on Showtime. So I don't have no loyalty to no promotional company. But one thing I do want to note for everybody is we always say in our culture, OG, if you ain't got no haters, then you ain't doing something right. That's what people say. People hating on you because you're doing something right. Well, all I know is every big promotional company got something negative to say about Al Haymon, from Oscar De La Hoya to Eddie Hearn to Bob Arum. They all talk shit about him. It's not for no reason. You don't see them talking the shit about BLK Prime. You don't see them talking shit about Marv Nation because they ain't threatened by them. It's something that Premier Boxing Champions is something that Al Haymon is doing that has a bunch of people threatened by him. And I remember them saying, I heard Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn talk about how screwed Al Haymon was and how he messed up, and everybody was shitting on him for losing Canelo. And all I know is this report that I'm reading. It says that according to the zone, according to the officials, will receive a far smaller fraction of the revenue it receives from pay-per-view buys. Well, that makes sense because Canelo is the PBC fighter, Haymon Munguia is the zone fighter, A side, B side. You're gonna get far less. Amazon Prime is the one that's producing the event, meaning they're the ones that's actually putting on the event. They're just gonna let the zone stream it and help them sell the shit on their platform if you want to buy it on the zone. But they still gonna get most of the money over there on Premier Boxing Champions. What I wish that people would talk about, because we were so quick, people were so quick to run with rumors, OG, about how Premier Boxing Champions is going out of business, how they didn't have any money, how they couldn't pay Canelo, and they defaulted their contract or breached their contract. All these rumors were started about them. Here's what I know. Canelo Alvarez went over to the zone to negotiate with them to fight Berlanga and Haymon Munguia, and they wanted him to fight Haymon Munguia first. So why couldn't they just come up with the money for him to fight Haymon Munguia first? Why did Premier Boxing Champions get back in play? Because they didn't have no money to pay Canelo. Remember, Oscar De La Hoya told you who gonna pay his guarantee. We got to sell 1 million buys just for us to be able to pay his guarantee. Oscar De La Hoya let you know they don't have no money to pay Canelo. And this deal right here lets you know that they don't have any money to pay Canelo. So the guy that didn't have no money was the only guy Canelo could go to for his guarantee. Let that sink in, bro. Y'all really listen to what I'm saying. The guy that everybody in boxing, from all these reporters, Rick Glazer and them, from all these promoters talking shit, they all said Al Haymon was going out of business and he didn't have no money. Fast forward to the fight getting done, Canelo couldn't get his money from the zone. Golden Boy didn't have the money for his guarantee. He had to circle back around and get Premier Boxing Champions to put up his guarantee. And now, as a result of them being the ones with the money, they the ones that's producing the goddamn event, and they the ones that get the majority of the revenue share from the pay-per-view buys. But don't nobody want to talk about the fact that the zone had to fight right in their lap. You want them to fight Haymon Munguia on May the 4th? All you had to do is come up with the money. They couldn't come up with the money by themselves. Y'all don't want to talk about that, though. The other thing that you don't want to talk about is everyone claims they want a David Benavidez fight. Well, guess what Al Haymon also did by getting this fight done, OG? That's just going over people's head. He eliminated Canelo's ability to go back to the zone after this one fight deal and have anybody for him to fight. What you gonna do after getting this big fight and this fight selling well, now you're gonna go back to the zone and do what? Fight Berlanga?
Right.
You gonna go back and fight that? Like, who else do they have for you over Berlanga? Oh, you gonna fight Bivol again, the person you already ducked. You gonna go back and you gonna fight Dimitri Bivol? Top Rank ain't got nobody for you. So they also cornering his ass. They also put him in a position where guess what's gonna come up again in September, OG? They gonna be like, yeah, you could go over there and fight Berlanga, but here go this David Benavidez deal. Remember that $50 million we offered you?
Right.
David Benavidez still only willing to take $5 million. He don't even want no pay-per-view. He just want to fight you. Here go that $50 million. Or you gonna go over here and you gonna fight Edgar Berlanga for less money, and now the fans gonna be right back on your motherfucking helmet. You ducking, you trash, like bro. They like so. Not only did they bully their way into getting the majority of the pay-per-view shares and being the ones to put on the fight for Canelo Munguia and just snatching another fighter from Oscar De La Hoya. They took Ryan from him, made a shit ton of money off of Ryan and Tank. They taking Munguia from him, about to make a shit ton of money off of Canelo and Munguia. And they taking a bargaining chip that the zone would have to try to get Canelo to come back while still having David Benavidez in their back pocket. Like, yeah, Canelo, where else you gonna get $50 million guaranteed from? Where else you gonna get this pay-per-view from? You saw the numbers we just did with Munguia. You saw how much we just paid you for Munguia. Here go more money if you fight David Benavidez, or you gonna go take a whole lot less to look like a whole duck to fight a prospect that's been looking like trash in Berlanga. Where you gonna fight Diego Pacheco over there on the zone? Who you gonna fight? You want a rematch with Dimitri Bivol, a motherfucker that beat your ass for way less money? You gonna go over the Top Rank? You gonna move up and fight Artur Beterbiev, motherfucker? That's what you gonna do?
He gonna fight David Benavidez and retire.
So that's the play, and that's the thing that I like about the deal is just when they say play chess, not checkers, and thinking moves ahead. Not only do you bully your way into the deal, and you getting majority of the money off of the Canelo Munguia fight, which we all know is probably gonna be the biggest fight of the summer. So you know your new partner's prime is fucking happy. They're like, "Ooh, okay, Al, shit, we signed the right motherfucker then." Okay, Al, so you know you're making them happy, and then also at the same time, you're gonna have the best deal for him in the future too. Later on this year, where else can he go other than Duck Benavidez again for way less money? Bro, they not only are they cornering their competition, they cornering Canelo, and they about to shame this motherfucker into either fighting David Benavidez, retiring, or getting way less money to fight somebody else, bro. Yeah, I think it's fucking genius because it's getting a step closer.
2 steps ahead. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I think about the shit, man. I think Al Haymon pulled a fast one for. Do y'all OG? I don't think people understand how extreme this shit is. So you go from you out thinking motherfuckers so bad, and you got people so in their feelings. They making up. Oh, he ain't got no money. His company is going under. PBC, death to PBC. Where'd they go wrong? And then a week later, they have to go to. Well, damn, PBC was the only one that could pay him. That's so fucking extreme, bro. That's so fucking extreme, bro. So you know, I think the shit is it's one of the best moves I've seen by a promoter to pull something off since I started my channel, man. I'm highly impressed with what Premier Boxing Champions was able to do by getting Canelo. They got Jamal all the way off the contract. They had Jamal on a contract with Canelo. Right. They successfully got him all the way out of the contract, got a bigger fight, and still got him to do business with them at the same time. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, when something similar or something happened with him and Oscar De La Hoya, he sued his ass. They got him to fight. They got him to Duck Davis so bad, they got him fighting Mexicans. They got him fighting a Mexican again, going against his word. And they put on a bigger fight than what they thought they had with Jamal Charlo. And they still putting David Benavidez in position to fight him. I think it's great, man.
Oh, yeah, it's great, man. Because do you know how big that fight's going to be? That fight's going to be real big. You know, I mean, 2 favorite Mexican fighters. You know, I mean, even though it's Mexican fighters. It don't matter to me. I don't care. As long as they great boxers. And Canelo face of boxing. Jaime Munguia is trying to be the face of boxing. He has a fan base. Canelo has a fan base. I mean, Amazon Prime got to be cheesing right now.
Yeah.
Because
And you know what else, OG? What happened
Mhm.
to PBC ain't got no budget?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
What happened to all them reports? They didn't even give Premier Boxing Champions a budget. They didn't give them a
Right,
budget. They don't have no money over there. Amazon Prime went back to the table with their ass. Say, let's make this happen,
right,
man.
right.
What
Yeah.
y'all need, bro? And the only reason, and then if you read, matter of fact, I'll put the full report in the chat because I got it right here. If you read this full report, the only reason they didn't bully their way into, let me copy this and put this in so y'all can see this. The only reason they didn't bully their way into like just making it Prime only and not and including the zone was because they didn't want to go through possibly the legalities of whether or not Haymon Munguia if they could do it or not, because they was thinking about doing it, but they was like, nah, let's just go ahead and share the little small split with them so they can be okay. But they was actually thinking about just saying, man, this shit Prime anyway, because Munguia got another promoter. He got the Zanfer Promotions or whatever in Mexico. And so they were thinking about running it through them and just saying, fuck the zone, this shit on Prime anyway. But they didn't. They decided not to do it. They said we'll just give them a cut, so that way we ain't gotta worry about nothing in the future. But they actually thought about doing that too, man. They out here bullying people, man, and it's making people mad. I guess I don't know. So, like I agree with BBG. He just outsmarting them boys, and they hate it, man.
Yeah.
He just outsmarting them, and they hate it. Like if you Eddie Hearn, do you understand how much shit you got on your face, KQ? Like you literally like 2 days before that, you were like, yeah, the PBC are fucked. Like Canelo, they're just fucked. They don't have no money. They're fucked. We're doing business with Canelo. We're negotiating right now. We're gonna get a deal done with Canelo. And then 2 days later, you the one that looked like you got screwed over, bro. They boy need to stop talking and do more work, man. They need to read some. Where you say Al went Harvard Law? That's what you said. They need to go try to see, go read some books from Harvard or some shit. I don't know. They need to do something because that boy running circles around them right now, man.
Yeah, because see, they thinking the next fight, right? This is how I look at it. They thinking that the next fight, let's make the next big fights, right? But see, they not thinking like Al thinks like ahead of not the next fight, but the fight after that one. Okay, or the fight after that one. That's how he thinks. And you got to think ahead. And a lot of promoters. Bob is old school. He's not going to pay you no more than what he want to pay you. That's just the way he is. That's not going to change. He's not going to change. And Eddie, he's Matchroom, but he pretty much working for the Zone and Matchroom. He blew their money last year. They really don't want to let him go with too much right now. And Turkey out of leash, whatever, he's taking what he can get, or whoever want to go over there and get a bag, but he's not, he can't. I don't care what nobody say. Going over to Saudi Arabia, yes, they got the money over there, but the fans, don't like it. What was it? 5 in the morning, the press conference was over with. Post press conference was over with 5 a.m.
Remember, you called the entire cards, and you hit me up on Thursday. And you like, man, I'm not calling this whole card. It started at 10 o'clock, and they in the ring walk ain't till 5. Like it was a whole work day.
Yeah, 9 o'clock the ring. It started. Yeah,
it was a whole work day.
Yeah, So I mean, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm just gonna call the main card. Come in at 1. And I mean, I saw Tyson Fury brother fight, but I mean, besides that, I keep telling people a lot don't mean good. You have a lot of fights on there, but that don't mean they good fights.
Yeah, give me 4 good ones, and give me 4 good ones, and I'm straight.
Right.
Just give me 4 and I'm straight, man.
Exactly.
Speaking of Saudi Arabia, though, we got to touch on what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou.
Oh yeah,
in a fight that should have never fucking happened in the first place. What do you think of that, man? A lot of people say AJ's back. Anthony Joshua's back. He's back at the top. He's got his form back. I say he was fighting the motherfucker that shouldn't even been in the ring with him. But what do you think of what AJ was able to do on Friday night?
Well, it's kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
Of course, 78 Sports, him and Deontay Wilder are good friends and everything. And he had his live stream, and it was kind of funny because, he mentioned about AJ. Okay, well, him and Wilder can get it on now. Everybody in the chat was like, what? Wilder? What? He said, man, see how y'all turn y'all backs on? turn y'all backs on, man, y'all ain't nothing, right? But seriously, AJ shouldn't have been in the ring with this Ngannou. That's why I put a poll up, everyone. And of course, we have one smart ass that said, well, you're a boxing channel. Why shouldn't you want to call that fight? Well, everybody knows I don't call MMA fights. I just don't. But this was because one was a boxer, Anthony Joshua, who put London on his back for years and was a gold medalist, and who came over here to get his mojo back with Derrick James. And I wanted to see how he looked. So that's why I went on and called the fight. But everybody was saying that, hey, Francis Ngannou, he's gonna knock Anthony Joshua out. But you can take a boxer out of the element, but he's still gonna be a boxer. An MMA fighter, he's not gonna be an MMA fighter. He can't be a boxer. He tries to be, but you just can't be a boxer overnight. And one thing about it, a big guy can never be a good boxer. All right. And that's what AJ was, a good boxer. But he ain't the best and the great, not after that fight. No, he beat up on someone that don't have the experience or the fortitude or the fundamentals to be a fighter or a boxer. He's not a boxer. So I don't give him no more credit than I've been giving him. Yes,
yeah, you did what you're supposed to do. What's next for you? You did what the hell you supposed to do. Now, when I saw the shit, because I told everybody that shit was gonna happen, I only covered the goddamn fight and did a prediction on it because TD, my homie TD, asked me to, a channel member. So I did the shit, But what I said about the fight, Ngannou don't even belong in the ring with him. AJ gonna knock him the fuck out, and I'm glad that's what he did. And I hope that people understand when I say why I don't like Saudi Arabia and why they bad for boxing. Francis Ngannou shouldn't even got that opportunity. He shouldn't even had the opportunity to fight that motherfucker. You 0-1 with no boxing experience, and you get to fight Anthony Joshua. Man, I'm glad that he knocked him the fuck out. And I hope that Mike Tyson knocked Jake Paul the fuck out. I hope that Manny Pacquiao turned back the hands of time and put a whooping on Conor Benn ass. But I hope all these gimmicky ass, trash ass fights that make boxing look like a clown show, I hope they all end destructively one way, so everybody can ask themselves, why did we put this fight on? Why are we putting on these type of fights? That's the only way these types of fights will go away. And the only reason I want Manny Pacquiao to whoop the shit out of Conor Benn and not the other way around is because I don't like Conor Benn. Okay, he's a damn drug cheat. He lied and he won't accept what he did. And so I just like Manny better. Otherwise, I don't want Manny to get his ass knocked out. But I fuck with Manny Pacquiao much more than I fuck with motherfucking Conor Benn. So I hope Manny Pacquiao make Conor Benn look like a damn fool. And I hope Mike Tyson get in that bitch and just knock Jake Paul out the goddamn ring, man. So we can get rid of all these stupid ass fights in boxing. It just make us look bad. You mean Netflix was getting into boxing and the first fight they come up with is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson? Man, I hope they all end the way that Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou ended, where it just looked bad. It's one-sided. It's a scary ass KO that makes everybody be like, damn, bro. Damn, like why did we now people are wondering, like people after that knockout, people like, why did we buy that? why did we waited 7-8 hours to watch that? Like why we watch that shit? So I'm just glad that shit happened, bro. That Anthony Joshua went in there and showed these MMA fighters that, bro, you can't come over here with that shit. Like, just respect the sport is all I'm saying, y'all. Like, certain people don't deserve an opportunity, bro. And if they do want to come into the sport, you got to work your way up like everybody else. After watching that fight, I'm convinced it's literally probably like 25 to 30 heavyweights that could have did better. I've seen Anthony Joshua on the come up fight journeyman that's trash at boxing, but got more experience that did better than Francis Ngannou, bro. Like I seen a lot of people that like it's like 25, 30 fighters that could have did better than what he did and put on a better fight. So I'm glad the shit happened. No disrespect to Francis Ngannou, but you don't deserve to get paid like that to box, and you don't deserve to even be in the ring with these dudes. Hit that dude 0-2 against Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua.
Right. And he knocked Fury down, so he get a shot at Anthony Joshua.
Come on, man. Yeah, I hated that happened, man. That's really all I got on it, OG. Well, but I'm glad that AJ did what he needed to do for the sport of boxing and put on. And I hope these other fights that are gimmicky fights, in not tragically where somebody died, but I want people knocked out where a doctor got to get in and help them out, and it just looks scary, so people can stop putting on fights they don't have no business putting on, man.
Right. Yeah. Because like I told everyone, you going in there trying to be a boxer, and you get yourself hurt. And I'm not saying AJ would have did it, but what if AJ would have put him in a coma, like Dave Morrell did a real boxer? You don't play boxing, and we touched on this last week on Jay Hawthorne on a show I was on, and we the only sport, boxing, that we allow anybody basically to walk off the street and box, and NBA don't do that. NFL don't do that. But we, if you got a big channel and you want to box, you got a beef, they're going to let you box. They're going to let you make more money. And they're going to make you make more money than the boxers make. What that's all right at? What other sport is that okay in? Boxing, you got to, if you ain't started boxing at age 7 or whatever, you decide you wake up one Saturday morning, I want to box. And next thing you know, you fighting Saturday night boxing. That's basically how it's going. But it's a mockery. I think it's a mockery when you sit there and have an MMA fighter fighting a boxer. It's no comparison. But it's both a combat sport. But one, you between somebody else's legs, and the other, you got your hand in somebody's mouth. Pushing, hitting them. So I never did like it. I think it should stay separate. But that's why I always say, I went on to call that fight, but I don't call MMA fights. Mike Tyson and Jay Paul. I think that's a joke. And no offense, but Mike Tyson, he's retired. He's older. He's not the same Mike Tyson. Yes, he was a boxer, but he's not the same Mike Tyson. When him and Roy Jones fought, they both asses was out of breath. They both looking at each other. You still want to go? Yeah, let's go. Come on. Can we have some dignity a little bit in boxing? Can we respect it a little bit? No, that's all I ask. Now you got the fighters that don't want to fight the other fighter. That's saying, hey, come on, let's make this fight. Now you got other guys running from other guys. They're not fighting each other, and mandatory's not fighting. Come on, let's respect it a little bit. That's all I ask. And belts do mean something. Belts do mean something. That means that you're a damn champion. That's how I look at it. So, it is what it is. What's up, Big Dog Willie? All right, what's going on? Been a member for 6 months. The Haney code needs to be stopped. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, that's all I have on Knockout. All right. And sir, Big Dog Willie said Devin now has more heart than Joe Frazier. Reason for the comment, because Frazier quit against Ali. This is getting bad. Man.
Damn. Big Dog Willie. He won't let him make it, man. He won't let him make it at all. So last thing I wanted to ask you about, man. Tank Davis made some interesting comments about Frank Martin over the weekend. Frank Martin posted a video of him training. He was doing restriction bands, lifting weights. Showing that he was getting ready for the fight or whatever. Tank Davis say, "You silly." He said, "All them weights, all them muscles, you ain't gonna be able to throw no punches." It's like, interesting. So Tank be watching shit. He be okay, Tank. People think he's stupid, but he watches a lot of shit, and he kind of accidentally gave us some insight into his ring IQ. And that he really much more scientific with this shit than a lot of people give him credit for. But what you think of his comments about what he said about Frank Martin, man?
Well, Tank sounded more like a trainer than a fighter. But
Yeah.
that just shows you his ring IQ. Okay, he knows he knows boxing. He's not just a one punch knockout artist, or he's just not a knockout artist. He does have great ring IQ, and he's right. Every clip you see, Frank Martin doing something to lift weights, or to lift, to make his body bigger, or muscles bigger. He's lifting this, he's lifting that, he's carrying this, he's carrying that. And Tank is right. When you have all those muscles, your arms start to go, curve up where your muscle is right in the middle of your arms, and you can't throw a jab straight like you used to. And that weight will slow you down. That weight will slow you down. Your jab would be slowed down almost half. Not even not close to half, but about half. I guess about half. But you don't throw like you usually throw. That would slow you down. Your movement will be slowed down. How you step around, or how you go in, how you throw the overhand right, how you throw the jab. All that will be slowed down by muscles. Ask Anthony Joshua. That happened to him. So sometimes you gotta leave those weights alone. We asked me and Knockout did an interview with Coach Ellis. He said, Tank don't lift weights. They have another alternative way to strengthen him. If you look at Tank, he's not really bulky. He's not a bulky Tank. But when he get in that ring, he's explosive, but he's not really built like that. And of course, my experience, when you're short in stature, a lot of guys put on muscles real fast. And Frank Martin needed to lay off the muscles. Now, he got Derrick James over there. He got Earl Spence over there. So now I know he knows what he's doing. They know what they're doing. So I just hope that he lay off the weights before the fight. Maybe a month or two. Because June is kind of far away. Not far away, um, but it's just not good. It's just not good for you, especially going in there with a guy like Javante Davis that can box and punch. So, so I think he need to lay off the weights and knock out. That's
Yeah,
my
my thing is number one, it just shows number one, Tank, damn, bro, you stalking fighters and shit. Why you watching everything somebody do? So anybody he act like he watching everything, number one. So I like that he understands what his opponent is doing. That shows good. But also Tank talking a lot of shit, which I ain't got no problem with. He just gonna have to bag it up. So talk your shit. Keep on. He say he's somebody going night. He gonna put him to sleep. He You ain't gonna be able to throw no punches. You ain't gonna be able to do this. Hey man, you get the thing I like about it is he got to stand on it because he actually the one that's getting in the ring. So say whatever you want to say about Frank Martin. You gonna have to fight him. So shit, it is what it is with that. As far as Frank Martin, I've always said that about him. Every breakdown I've ever done for him, man, the muscles. He looked real good in spurts. Frank Martin can give you about a minute in the round where he own it, but he always need to take a break. He always
right.
need to he always need to regenerate that energy or whatever. In his last fight against Artem, he would be real dominant. Then he would take a break and just get real defensive and need to rev that engine back up. So the fact that Tank is paying attention to a detail like that lets me know number one, he got a real good ring IQ and he watching everything. But number two, Kenny Ellis and Calvin Ford and them, man, we got to start putting some more respect on their name. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. For him to know that means his coaches see that. That means that's something that he been taught coming up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just I like that part of it, and I like that that he's talking shit, and I like that Frank is, he said something back earlier in the week or whatever. But Frank Martin is gonna have to be able to. Now I don't know if it's gonna be the muscles. If that's just somebody who he is, he's gonna always have to recharge or whatever. But I do know that Frank Martin can't afford to fight in spurts against Tank Davis because you're gonna play right into his hands.
Right.
You're gonna play right into his hands doing that. Tank Davis announced at NBA D Nice on his Instagram. So if you count that as an announcement, I do. Frank Martin and Tank Davis going back and forth. I mean, and like I said, Tank Davis got a poster of him and Frank Martin on his Instagram where he said green light with the little green light sign or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
I think the fight's official. I've never seen Tank Davis put a flyer on his channel, on his page, one of his social medias, and it not be official. So I have to say, yeah, it's announced and confirmed. I'm gonna go with yeah.
Yeah, well, Coach said it too on our
Coach
interview
Kenny
we
Ellis
did.
said it on our
Yeah,
interview too. Yeah, that's right. Coach Kenny Ellis, Tank Davis coach, said the fight's done, and they
yeah.
studying for Frank, and that's who Tank is fighting next. So, multiple sources have confirmed it, bro. Is what I'm saying. But I think that Tank and Frank is a good fight. I like how they going back and forth. But I do agree with you with the way that Tank thinks in the ring and the way that he's a sniper. You're not gonna out snipe him. And so if you put yourself in a position, if you Frank Martin, where you can't work and it turns into where y'all thinking and looking for different weaknesses half of the round and shit, you're gonna lose that. You're gonna lose that shit because you ain't got enough experience. You've been fighting since you was 19. He been fighting since he was a little kid. It's just not the ring IQ and what y'all see in the ring is just not gonna be the same. So we'll see how Frank Martin chooses to approach this fight. If he's bulking up and he gonna and also the thing too, OG, why it hurts your stamina. Having all that muscle makes it harder to cut weight. So it's
Does
harder
it?
to cut muscle than it is to cut fat. So it can make your weight cut hard, coming back down to 135. So it's definitely something Frank Martin need to be careful of. And I can't wait to see how this fight goes. But he gonna have to come with it, man. He gonna have to come with it. He can't afford to get tired the back half of the fight. Because one misconception that people have of Tank, and I'll leave it at this, is that he got a low work rate or he don't punch a lot. He don't punch a lot early in the fight, OG. He don't punch a lot early in the fight, but as the fight goes on, he turns up and his volume increases once he feel like he got you figured out, and then he start punching. If you go look at all his last stoppages, stop Mario Barrios late, stop Hector Garcia in the 8th round, Ryan Garcia in the 6th, Leo Santa Cruz in the 6th, Rolly in the 6th. All his stoppages come mid to late in the fight because that's when he really start working. So this
Right.
idea that he don't throw a lot
Yeah.
of punches, those punch numbers are low because the first 4 rounds he don't really throw shit.
No, he
But
don't.
once you get round 5 on, that shit go up. So I would go look at his punch count from round 5 to round 12 or round 5 till he get the stoppage, and you'll see that shit turn up. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, bro. I can't wait for the fight. I like the back and forth, and I can't wait till they really start promoting it, have a press conference and all of that shit. I think it's gonna be great, man. I'm looking forward.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be great too. I think this is a good choice for Tank. Frank Martin, he will stay there and he will trade with you. We talking about Southpaw on Southpaw. I mean, both guys got great ring IQ. I mean, I think it's gonna be on point.
And they
I
got
think
good coaches. You know what I mean? Like, you know that Calvin and Kenny gonna be telling Tank the right things, and you know that Derrick James gonna be giving Frank Martin good instruction. So it's just a good matchup for the coaches. It's a good matchup for the fighters. It's just a good matchup, man.
Yeah, and Coach Anderson alluded on what you just said that he loved Derrick James. He said he can't wait to strategize against Derrick James. He can't wait to go head to head with him and trying to outpoint him, outbeat him, things like that. So I mean, I think this is gonna be great, man. I think it's gonna be a great boxing lesson. A great ring IQs in there, great powers in that ring. I mean, just all around great athletes. 2 athletes come together, man, and putting on a good fight. That's what I'm gonna see. You know. So watch for the hook in the super chat. He said after Frank fought, I instantly I got bad vibes for EJ taking on Bud. I think Frank's performance had a lot to do with that Vegas climate. That was his first time fighting in Vegas. EJ too. Okay.
It's an interesting point. Something to
Yeah,
think about.
I heard him going up and down them hills and something like that in Vegas. It do get hot there, but no hot didn't do in Dallas. I would think, So, but I don't know if they're different climates. I don't know. Do y'all have dry heat there or
Man, I don't
humidity?
even know what that shit mean, to be honest. I just know it's hot as hell. Shit.
Okay.
Shit, but nah, Vegas is drier heat because it's in the desert. We ain't in the desert here in Texas, so I guess they shit drier. It's like Arizona, Vegas. Yeah, so nah, it's very humid out here. So yeah, that shit dry out there. It's hot. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
I guess I'm not a meteorologist. KQ, I study boxing.
I know, but I had to get it from you because you ain't shoveling no snow down there or nothing, right? So I got
I study boxing, bro. I study boxing, business from a job, and that's it. You over here talking about some damn now I feel stupid. Okay.
Man, no, dry heat.
JD, dry heat means humidity. Okay, JD. Well, it's humid here. And they don't have humidity in motherfucking Las Vegas. Turn on Channel 5 News or something if y'all want the damn heat index. KO, what's the heat index? I understand. I know a lot. I don't know that shit. Okay.
Right.
Damn. Shit. It's humid, dry heat.
I put a name up here. I thought that was your daughter, right? Never.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that troll. This motherfucker changed his name to my daughter. I'm glad you took that shit down.
Man, I didn't take it. Yeah, I took it down. But
yeah, you took it down. I was like, he changed his name to my daughter. Yeah. I looked at his picture. He rolling the joint in the goddamn picture. I was like, this motherfucker. How they find me over here? I'm gonna start posting that I'm over here. They done found me over here.
Man,
it's probably some channel, some dude I done cooked before. That's all. He's just mad. That's all.
That's what it is.
Yeah, some damn troll account, some channel I done cooked and came over here, created a new account and named it my daughter. Boy, that's tough. That's when you know you made it, man. That's when you know you're doing something right, man. But do you got anything else you want to cover? I think I got all my questions out, man. You got anything else?
No. That's about it, man. I will be live tomorrow, of course, and you'll be live tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow night. I'm finna go try to catch up on some sleep. That damn hour killed me. You told me to set my damn clock. Hey, this how y'all know. I'm gonna leave y'all. This how you know KQ is old. KQ still got clocks in his house. He's like, hey, set your clock forward an hour, KO. He didn't want me to be late for the show. He said, set your clock forward an hour, KO. I'm like, yeah, okay, OG. But I'm thinking in my head, like, I got an iPhone. That shit, I got Alexas and shit in the house. That shit set automatically. Like, that shit move up by itself. I don't have no clock. KQ still got clocks in his house that he got to go manually. Man, I was like, this retired old.
I got a house phone too, man. Sure.
Damn, you got clocks, bro.
Yeah, man. What's up, clock, no? Look at your world. He go, look at you. Oh, y'all think
I'm laughing at your ass because we don't use clocks no more, man. Your phone and shit and the digital clocks, they reset themselves, man. I come Canadian on your side, though. I come Canadian on your side. Text 16 say, KO, you got a clock on your oven. Don't lie. And that bitch ain't set. That shit blinking. That shit, we don't set that motherfucker. The clock on my microwave and on my oven under my microwave. Both of them bitches blinking, bro. We don't set them. What you need to set them for? That's too much work. It's 2024.
I would have set automatically, bro. I would have set all the clocks.
Yeah. Our power, when it was storming the other night, our fucking power went out. And for like an hour, we ain't know what to do. We just said, fuck it, we just go to sleep. And that's how bad we need technology in my house, boy. We just said, fuck it, we go to sleep. We didn't try to play no board games. We didn't try to stay up and talk. We didn't do nothing. The power went out. Man, we said, fuck it, let's just go to sleep. It was early, too. It was like only 10 p.m. and it was the weekend. I said, fuck it, we just gonna go to sleep till the power come back on. So
man,
yeah, we need technology, man. We need technology in 2024. We don't set our clocks, OG. We just set the alarm and wonder why we tired as hell the next morning. Like, damn, why I'm so tired? Oh yeah, that's right. The damn time went up. So that's how the shit work over here, man. Set my clock. I don't have a clock. Shit.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got an air fryer. Don't know how to work it. I've been having it for the longest.
What? Damn, they work magic though. They cook your food fast and shit.
I'm tired of hearing that. I don't know how, man. God,
you just turn it on, set the temperature, and press start, man.
Oh, you can't do it on all the food though. You know, I can't even fry. You talking about a guy that fried chicken and forgot to put the flour on it? That's what you talking about. All right. I was worried why that chicken was cooking so long. I said, damn, I forgot to put the flour on it.
What? Man, we got you need to take some YouTube.
I need a wife.
Yeah, you gotta get you a woman. You can't find no chicken, bro. Damn.
No, man. You know, because I got married young and then got divorced and moved back home with mama, then moved out and got remarried, and here I am.
Here I am. Along the way, you ain't getting no cooking lessons. You ain't watch nobody.
No cooking lesson, man, because the women always did the cooking and stuff, right? Mama.
That's probably why you should have cooked.
I know.
Cooked. Damn it. They love that cooking shit, boy. I throw down in that kitchen. Now, matter of fact, I'm probably gonna grill today. You just made me hungry. But I appreciate you, man. I ain't really got nothing else. I could do this shit all day. But listen, man, appreciate you for having me and supporting me. And you know, it's been a great show, and I'm glad you called me. What's been like 2-3 years now, right? How long have you been doing this show? Like 3 years, 2 years?
How long been doing this show? I don't know. It's been I know it's been a year. I know that.
It's been at least a year, at least maybe 2. I think we started back in 2022, but man, much love, man. I appreciate you and appreciate all the people in the building. Y'all hit the OG like button on the way out of here. You got a super chat before we go.
Yes, sir. Okay, watch for the hook once again. Say also Las Vegas is 2,000 feet above sea level, and Dallas is 450 feet above sea level. If you fighting in Vegas, have your training camps in Vegas. Okay. Cool.
Already. Watch for the hook. What channel you do the weather on? Watch for the hook. Watch for the hook. We know what your head do for a living now. What channel, bro? You on a national channel? You local? What channel you do the weather on, bro? Watch for the hook. Got that? You Googled that shit. There's no way you knew that shit before you Googled that shit and super chatted it. There's no way you knew that unless that's your job. You like a meteorologist or a GIS analyst or something, aren't you? Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. Yeah. You laughing this shit. Yeah, you giving yourself away. You giving yourself. You either Google that shit or you a goddamn weather forecaster, man. They say you a mountain climber. Damn. Okay. All right, I'm off here. I'm clowning because I'm sleepy. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta take me to sleep. I'm tired.
Okay, y'all know how we do it. We'll see you next week, and we definitely living it up. Peace.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.
In my lifetime, haters tried to put me down, telling me things I couldn't do and goals I won't achieve. Even my best friends used to tell me that I wouldn't amount to much.
Wow.